hopefully people were able to make the most of the lows back in June and July time and catch a few of these relief rallies, aggressively take profit. I mean, who suggested aggressively taking profit? That would be a clever idea, wouldn't it?
What are your thoughts on the markets right now, and where do you think we're heading? Specifically Bitcoin, because, it kind of rules everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to say that the markets are looking pretty bearish right now. We've been in this kind of continuous downward trend now since the back end of last year. So beginning of November time. So price went all the way from kind of 68, 69K all the way to where we are now around 19, 20K. And, it is a significant drop. Hopefully, people were able to make the most of the lows back in June and July time and catch a few of these relief rallies, aggressively take profit. I mean, who suggested aggressively taking profit? That would be a clever idea, wouldn't it? But yeah, I think overall it's been a pretty tough year for crypto. It's been a pretty tough year for all of the markets. So taking advantage of those relief rallies is just absolutely key to being a kind of profitable trader when the markets are looking like they are. Price was kind of playing from 17, 18K support and resistance area up into the 25K support resistance area. We saw it kind of briefly play this range, and then it worked its way back up, and then just didn't have the strength to keep going, and we saw it kind of reverse back down to support. And now what we're looking at is basically this really boring, crabby sideways movement that is probably one of the most difficult periods to sit in as a trader, because we all love crypto because it's volatile and you have the potential to make just ridiculous returns. And right now it's just so mind-numbingly boring because nothing is happening. So if you can kind of manage to get through this period and make the most of this time, I think you're definitely on the way to absolutely smashing it when things do turn around. With regards to where I think things are going, I like to have a realistic approach. I mean, look on consider a kind of on a macroeconomic scale. There's so much going on in the world at the moment, and it's not necessarily positive. We've got inflation, interest rates. There's multiple countries in the world that are on the brink of economic collapse. We've got the war in the Ukraine. It's just an absolute shit show at the minute. So there's nothing for me that is significant enough to suggest that it could have an effect and turn price around. So I think what's probably likely is we'll see.
Better, by the way.
Price.
Way better. We'll go back to your trade momentarily.
Sorry, I'll be quick so you can get on with your trade. I think it's likely that price will kind of continue the kind of crabby sideways movement for a while. And I don't think that we've reached max pain yet. So I think that we could see price head down to 16, 17, even 15K. It's very unlikely that, in my opinion, that we're going to head up to the 25K resistance area. And if we somehow unlikely are able to break through the 25K resistance area, I'd want to see some consolidation or even price push up further. But I think it's incredibly unlikely. So yeah, I think it's going to be sideways, crabby, boring for a little bit, and who knows how long it's going to go on for.
Nice. No, it makes sense to me. I somewhat agree.
Yeah.
But also with the markets, you never really know what happens. I mean, a week from now, everything could change and it could be running up. But I do agree with your outlook overall. That sideways movement does make a lot of sense. There's nothing really that's going to drive the market up right now.